So we want you all each to tell us a little bit more about yourself, and then what made you decide to join this particular fraternity. So we'll start, Mr. Tier.
What made me decide to join was basically, it was pretty much a no-brainer. It was my personality.
Okay.
Being a Kappa, with, I guess you can say, all of the different ways that people automatically think about Kappa, for the most part. It just kind of fit me, at a younger age. So that was my main reason.
Okay.
All right, Cornelius Moore here, Paul Mark Jonesboro alumni. I'm going to tell you like this. I became a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated because I'm from Forest City, Arkansas.
Oh, Lord.
And we breed noops in Forest City. All my Forest City noops, yo. And I'm tell you like this, we came deep to Jonesboro, specifically back in 1999, and we came deep, and we had one thing besides going to class is that we were going across those burning sands, the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. I'm telling you, we had Kappa League heavily in Forest City high schools. I had Greek organizations, a really strong presence in the high schools, and so that outreach to those young students and community kids, it just led us to see fraternity at an early age and sorority life at an early age. And so by the time we get to school, we had a working knowledge of what was happening. And so we just kind of found where we identified ourselves with. And I found myself identifying with the Noops, and I have family members as well. And so that kind of led me to going in that direction.
Alrighty. Mr. Rodney?
The reason that I wanted to become a member of Kappa Alpha Psi was because in looking at this particular fraternity, they were, to me, very well kept together, well spoken, well dressed, and so, very sophisticated. And I was like, well, I want to be a part of those guys. And also, when I was looking at the objectives and the mission of the fraternity, it really resonated with me as far as what they value, like patriotism and promoting social and intellectual welfare of its members. And so I thought, well, I could do that not only within the fraternity but out in the community, promote those same things. And so that really spoke to me, and so that's why I want to be a member.
All right. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, gentlemen.
He said he was looking at me the whole time, so I'm the reason why he's a noob today. So.
Okay, I don't think this room is going to be big enough for all this Kappa ego over here.
Before we go on, though, I would like to just give a shout out to Brother Rodney Rice and Brother Malcolm Miller. They're two of our newest members of Jonesboro alumni, Fall 16.
Happy birthday, Malcolm.
All right.
Yo.
Okay, so let's start talking about some of your history, how you were founded, or when, where, the details. And then let's talk about some of the, I don't know if you call them principles or pillars, or what the fraternity was built on.
All right, Kappa Alpha Psi was founded January 5th, 1911 on the campus of Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana by 10 of our revered founders, Elder Watson Diggs, the Dreamer, Ezra D. Alexander, John Milton Lee, Byron K. Armstrong, Guy Levis Grant, Henry T. Asher, Marcus Peter Blakemore, Paul Wayman Kane, Edward G. Irvin, and George Wesley Edmonds. And we were actually incorporated on May 15th, 1911. So the history behind that even in itself is being the first black organization that is publicly incorporated. And so that's no slight to you, Brother Alpha Phi Alpha over there. But being the first black organization to be publicly incorporated on a university campus. So we hold that as high ordeal. And the thing with Kappa Alpha Psi is that we hold ourselves and we govern ourselves by the principle of achievement in every field of human endeavor. Okay. And so no matter whether you are a doctor or a preacher or a lawyer or a radio host or whatever the case may be that you find yourself in, a father, a brother or a cousin or whatever, that you seek after achievement in every field. So we hold ourselves and govern ourselves accordingly.
Okay. Any other gentlemen want to add into some of the history of the founders? Okay. And what are some of the principles, or I'm sorry, I keep saying principles. What the foundation of the fraternity, what was it built on? or some of the key, you know, I know you mentioned manhood and leadership and things of that nature, but are there some key essentials that a Kappa man has to possess?
For starters, you know, we kind of got to break down a whole. So, our objectives of Kappa is to one, unite college men of culture, patriotism, and honor in the bond of fraternity. To encourage honorable achievement in every field of human endeavor. To promote the spiritual, social, intellectual, and moral welfare of the members. To assist the aims and purposes of colleges and universities, and to aspire service in the public interest. And to make that more personable, you know, like Brother Rice was saying earlier, that we find ourselves in the Jonesboro community, seeing how we can impact our community in which we live first, and then also as Jonesboro as a whole. And then since we have ASU in our neighborhood right down the street, then we are to assist in the aims and the purposes of Arkansas State University, and bring a light so that we can also work with recruitment as well, because we have brothers, men I would say, around this Delta that can identify with the purposes of Kappa and what we stand for. And also, the one I personally hold myself to is to promote the spiritual, social, intellectual, and moral welfare of members. The spiritual, of course, you know, we are spirit beings, and so we want to make sure that we're growing spiritually, and also socially, how we interact with other organizations, and intellectual. That's why we're here. We want to make sure that we're growing in knowledge. And just morally making sure that we're holding ourselves, obeying the laws, and also, you know, spiritual laws as well as natural laws. And so we want to make sure that we are achieving in every field. So those are the other things that Kappa men, or that's what we look for before they become Kappa men of good moral, ethical character. Just because you can twirl a cane, just because you can dress, just because you think you're cute, somebody told you cute 5 times, don't mean that you're a noob or a Kappa, worthy. Brothers, y'all gonna back me up on that. But I'll tell you this, we try to hold ourselves, and we try to teach those principles, so that, not only just the black community, but other communities as well can see that we're more than just a hype. We're more than just, partying and wild. A little bit of that is involved too, but
just a smidge.
Once again, this is Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with our guests, Mr. T.R. Hamilton, Mr. Cornelius Moore, and Mr. Rodney Rice. They are members of the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. This is their Founders Day, and we're just talking with these gentlemen about their fraternity and some of the things that they are doing on a national and as a chapter level.
All right, you were talking about just what you hope to instill in all the young men that come through the organization. And this is one thing that all of the fraternities and sororities should really try to encourage their members.
Absolutely.
Maintain your grades, maintain your integrity. Don't just get the letters and then you either don't finish college or you have very low grade. You just do the bare minimum to get by. You should want to excel above and beyond even your own expectations, no matter what. So,
absolutely.
Let's get into talking about some of your national programs and then some things that you do on a local level.
Okay. Brothers, you want me to take this one too? All right. So some of our national programs, and we kind of have it broken up so where we feel comfortable talking about each segment. So okay. I'll take this. I'm not just taking no.
I'm like, okay, because they're gonna have to wing it.
Yeah.
As you can see, they're very well organized.
Oh well, yeah. Got to be tight. But some and besides, I got nothing. But some of our national programs, one that is the most prominent is our partnership. Kappa Alpha Psi has established a partnership with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. That is one of our biggest initiatives across the country. Well, should say across the globe, because we have chapters in other parts of the world, not just in the United States. But being in the partnership with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, when you see we have races as far as 5K races and things like that, and to bring awareness to St. Jude and the need that they have. Like last year around April, we had a 5K here in Jones. Yes, it was very successful. We partnered with Trio programs to support the St. Jude, that is. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And so that is one. Periodically, I say twice a year in the spring and one in the fall, we'll have a Sunday of Hope. And what that is that we'll get with area churches or organizations, and each organization will raise a certain amount of funds to go towards the overall goal that the fraternity has. I think it was $1 million or something like that. Yeah. And each province, we have 12 provinces across the country, okay. And so and we have a contest and see who can raise the highest amount of money to support St. Jude and his causes. And so that national program. We also have a God Right program, and I kind of alluded to that earlier. That's when we mentor young men and we know in this day and age how important that initiative is when we look on the news and we see what's happening to our young men. And that's not even just the black men, primarily black men, because we see the struggle and we see the dynamic. Mm-hmm. But we're not just segregated to our own young men, because it may not be on the TV, you may not hear about it readily, but other cultures are having the same issues that we're having. And so we want to make sure that we are multicultural. We're a very diverse organization, and so. We try to make sure that we're meeting the community need and not just our own need. And then ultimately, they'll reinvest their resources back into the fraternity as well. Okay.
Alrighty. So, what are some other programs that you all are involved? Okay. Let me back up. I'm sorry. Okay. What are some programs on the national level that you do on the local, like on a regular basis? I know you say you do the St. Jude's Walk. Mm-hmm. What are some other things that you do on a local level that people need to know about? And then what are some ways that people can participate? Because the more community involvement you have, the better. I mean, it takes, like I said yesterday, it's going to take a community to raise a community. No matter what your ethnicity is, we all need each other, and it takes all of us working together. So what are some other things that you're involved in? We just want to let the community know that you're not just, brother said, we're red and white. You don't just twirl a cane. You're not just some pretty boys, as some people may say. But
a lot of people say it, though. Right.
We want to let them know that you are about something. You have substance.
Well, one of the things that we do is during the holiday season, we generally have a candy cane drive. Okay. And that's where we just walk around and we just pass out candy cane. No, just playing. But no, on a serious note, though, during the holiday season, we generally adopt a family, whatever the needs may be of that family, whether it be they need clothing, whether they need gifts, they need food, whatever the case may be, we provide that for them. This past holiday season, we helped the family out with food. We did a food drive, and we presented that family with food. That family was a family of 4 boys and a single mother?
That we know of. I believe the family was actually larger than we expected it to be.
Okay. So we also we helped out with Thanksgiving service on Thanksgiving Day. We went out from, I believe it was about 9 to noon to help them serve. And if I'm not mistaken, we served over 1,000 people that day on Thanksgiving.
I saw some pictures.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. You wouldn't believe. But we also, are MLK participants. Mm-hmm. We got that coming up January 16th as the parade. Is that correct?
Yes. In fact, speaking of the KLEK County Martin Luther King Parade, got a Facebook shout out from Dr. Ray Scales, who is one of the founders of the KLEK County MLK Parade. Also, Facebook shout out to Mrs. Ashley Thomas. We are speaking with Mr. T.R. Hamilton, Mr. Cornelius Moore, and Mr. Rodney Rice of the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. We are discussing their Founders Day.
Alrighty.
Just a couple of other things that we do. We did voter registration drives. We even on poll day, we even took people back and forth to the polls if they needed rides to the polls, just to make sure that people got out and vote, and to show the importance of getting out to vote. And one thing I just want to add with that is, just because we've had the presidential election over the past couple of months, it doesn't mean that we need to stop voting for the next 4 years. It's very important that we continue to go out and vote, even on a local level. It's more important, personally, it's more important that we vote on a local level than on a national level, because it's more that's going to be impacted here locally for you on a specific basis.
And to add to that, it's a point that I mention all the time, because these people who are elected on a local level make decisions that directly affect you. The example that we gave during the political season is like, we recently had the mayor's race. Well, the mayor appoints the department heads, such as the police chief and the Parks and Rec director and all these others. And there's been issues in the past not with the current police chief, but with the past chief that came before him. And then there was a situation with the Parks and Rec director. Well, depending on whoever got elected mayor, he or she would have had the ability to place whoever he or she wanted in those positions, and that person would have then made decisions that would have affected the entire community.
Yeah.
And if I can interject something real quick, I didn't even shout out Theta Mu. That's our undergraduate chapter here at Arkansas State University, and we just want to shout those noobs out as well, all across the country, all across the land. Happy Founders Day to you guys, and yo.
Alrighty.
And just the last thing I wanted to touch on that we do locally is we do financial literacy seminars. And speaking of Theta Mu, the last one that we did was Theta Mu actually partnered with Brother to Brother on A-State's campus, and we had a pretty good turnout. I think had about between 35 to 40 students, come out that were interested in, literacy, financial literacy.
And that is extremely important in this day and age.
It is.
I'm not going to tell my age right now, but in my time, in my time, my parents and aunts and whatever, they didn't teach us how to really save and budget and really make your dollar work for you. They didn't teach us the importance of a savings account and a retirement fund and things of that nature. Now that I have a child, I'm trying to break that that cycle and teach him financial responsibility, because I do not want him to end up where I am. But once I turn another age, I will be proud of it.
And that's the problem. I don't even think it was just in your age. I don't think it's much now, that's being discussed when it comes to financial literacy. There's not very many round table, I'll say dinner table discussions.
No one eats at the dinner table anymore.
Exactly. So, most of the times, that's when those conversations should have taken place, but they weren't taking place. And now we're not even eating at the dinner table. So when is that conversation taking place? So that's why we decided to do that.
And unfortunately, we're seeing it more and more in the lower economic status. And again, it's not even about a race, ethnicity. It's just
It's more it's the gap between the haves and the have-nots is just growing nationally among everybody.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna I'm gonna save some other questions. We're gonna get ready to take a quick break, and I can't thank you guys enough. I know Mr. Cornelius has to step out, so thank you so much for joining us. I hope you stay tuned. You can download the mobile app and listen to us that way. So you can listen to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. Please do not go away. We're gonna come right back with Mr. T.R. Hamilton.
And pursue a destination where every child experiences the love of a mom and dad, and where every mom and dad is engaged in the life of their child, where marriages don't die, don't just survive, but thrive. We can get closer to that place where families are loving well and experiencing amazing joy in their relationships. That's where we're heading for the next 25 years too. And I believe that if love rules your relationships and fills your home, this dream can come true for you as well. Go to familyfirst.net/anniversary for more. And remember, your family first.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook.
Support for KLEK is brought to you by
Tax time is here at Car Today, the original buy here, pay here dealer. New Car Today General Manager Sean Korn.
With new inventory available daily, whatever you're looking for, we've got it.
Located on Stadium Boulevard just south of the 63 bypass, tax time is the time to drive at Car Today. Car Today.
New St. John Missionary Baptist Church, 308 North Main Street in Jonesboro, is under the direction of Reverend Ted T. Taylor Sr. Worship services are Sundays at 11 o'clock a.m. Sunday school is on Sundays at 9:30 a.m. Prayer service is Wednesday nights at 6:30, and Bible class is on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock p.m. New St. John also has the Men of Standards Ministries, Outreach Ministry, Choir, Youth Ministry, Dance Ministry, and Missionary Society. www.newstjohn.org. New St. John Missionary Baptist Church on Facebook, 870-932-6915.
Did you know KLEK has a brand new streaming app? That's right, you can listen to KLEK 102.5 FM anywhere in the world. The app is available for all Android phones and tablets, as well as iPhones and iPads. Just search your app store for KLEK and download the KLEK app for free today, and don't miss a beat of the education, entertainment, and empowerment on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We are speaking with Mr. Tierre Hamilton. Mr. Moore had to step out, but we still have Mr. Rodney Rice. They are representing the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Today is the Founders Day for Kappa Alpha Psi. We want to wish all of the Kappas out there happy Founders Day. We're speaking with these gentlemen about the things that they are involved with in the community. And if you have a question or a comment for either of these gentlemen, the phone number is 870-277-1080. Once again, the phone number is 870-277-1080. You can also leave your questions or your comments on our Facebook live stream.
Okay. So I was looking at your website, and for those of you who may want to know more about the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter, they do have a website. It's Jonesboro Alumni is it WIXSIT?
Yes.
E.com, wixsite.com.
Yes.
And they also have a Facebook page, so you can learn more about them if you're interested in all of the things that they're involved in. I do want you to talk about, under your objectives, under promote welfare, under achievement, I'm sorry. One of the tabs, there is a Kappa Camp, and then there's SELFT, and then your Achievement Academy. So I would like for you to go more into detail about what those are.
Basically, what those are our national initiatives, like the SELF. That's more of an award that's given out on the national level.
Okay.
The camps are basically just what they are. It's down in Mississippi. We have a big what we call Kappa Camp. It's in I believe Greenwood, Mississippi. Each year, every chapter will sponsor a child, either a child or a teenager, to go down to that Kappa Camp, and they'll learn certain things. They'll talk to them about being morally better, spiritually better, financially better, things of that nature. The theme of that is turning a boy into a man.
Okay.
So.
And on the website, it says it ranges from ages 12 to 16, and that is a very essential age to try to reach young men, because anywhere between there, they start to go sideways. So they definitely need some guidance in that age range.
And we try to find someone that is generally that grew up fatherless.
Okay.
Not to say that we won't see anyone else, but we know that it's essential to have that father figure in your life as a young man. So we generally try to find someone such as that and send them.
Okay. Have you had a chance to visit the Kappa camp yourself or spend some time, like really spend some time down there?
I have not, no.
Okay, so maybe that's something you guys can plan one day, to go down and see what's all going on. Have you ever thought about doing something on a local level, on a maybe smaller scale than what they do at the camp, the summer camp?
Well, that would be something that, to look into, but we have not here, simply because people, resources, things of that nature. So we have not yet.
Okay.
And I do emphasize yet.
Okay.
We do have a Facebook shout out. Actually got a couple of shout out from Adrian Everett. He says Happy Founders Day, guys. And
thank you, Adrian.
We also have one from Kobe Parker also saying Happy Founders Day, guys.
Thanks, Kobe.
All right.
And shout out to Frederick UL for sharing the video.
All right, Fred.
And then another thing concerning that, we've interviewed several nonprofit agencies and other smaller organizations that focus on reaching out to the community, and then especially the youth, that 12 to 16 or 18 age range. And I would love to see more people come together. We have enough people and resources. It's a matter of, okay, let's work together. Right. Not, I'm doing this, you're doing that, because I want my name to be on top. I would love to see all of us work together to really grab these kids, I say, by the neck.
And speaking of partnerships, one thing I want to add real quick, I'm not going to speak too much on it, but just be on the lookout to some things. We have some things cooking up with Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Kappa Alpha.
Okay, so, that's the undergraduate chapter.
No, that's the graduate chapter.
Okay, Kappa Nu Omega.
We'll be doing their interview. We'll actually do a special community conversations coming up soon with them. It will be, well, make sure I get the date right. It will be actually January 14th. So be on the lookout for their interview. We're going to be doing all of these Founders Day interviews, but we're going to get back to Kappa Alpha Psi since today is their Founders Day. Once again, we are speaking with Mr. T.R. Hamilton and Mr. Rodney Rice of the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Alrighty, so what about the Achievement Academy? Can you talk more about that?
The Achievement Academy is basically, let's say if there's something that a person does that's just astronomically out of the ordinary.
Okay.
We basically submit their name to the Achievement Academy. That's generally for members.
Okay.
Whether it's someone performing well or, because one of our bases is achievement in every field of human endeavor.
Okay.
So we want to promote that achievement, get it out there. We have what we call the journal that comes out every month that's sent out to the members. So we'll submit that information. They'll be put in the journal, and they'll be considered part of that Achievement Academy. They'll also be set up for specific awards. They'll be eligible for those awards. Like we have the Elder Watson Diggs Award or the Guy Levis Grant Award or things of that nature.
Okay, that is wonderful, and I'm happy that you all try to encourage each of your members to don't just stop at the base level. Like once you get out of college and once you've got into your career, don't stop there. Like continue to achieve, continue to grow. That's how you inspire and plant seeds into other people. Other young men that are watching you, it's okay. They're going for more, so I can go for more as well. I was looking on the website under the Achievement Academy description, and there was one thing, it talks about the STEM discipline. And we've had someone from Arkansas State University come and talk about the STEM program. That is one area I would love to see more of our people. And I don't want this to sound any kind of way, but more of people of color, because we know that that's one area that's falling off. There are not a lot of African Americans in the math and science fields, and I would love to see more, and especially men. I would love to see more in that field, really achieving things.
That's coming too.
All right, because nowadays, if a young man shows that he has an interest in something academic, he's considered nerdy or geeky or ridiculed for that. But I would love to see more young people step up and say, I don't care to be different.
Right.
Okay, so I was also looking on your website and see that you do some work with United Way.
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, we recently held a 5K to raise money to donate to the United Way, local United Way. We'll also be doing another 5K in April. Hopefully we can partner with Trio again. I'm not 100% sure. We haven't got the confirmation on that yet.
Okay.
However, we are going to donate to St. Jude and United Way with that 5K. So.
Okay. And then March of Dimes. So if y'all just want to get out and exercise and walk, get a team together. And March of Dimes has a March for Babies coming up as well. So there's always something for someone to do. Okay, so let's talk about some of your past events. I know that you did a coat drive. Is that still going on?
No.
Okay.
We ended that.
Well, tell us how that went.
It went really well. We collected right at 73 coats.
Oh, wow.
So, it was pretty awesome.
So a lot of families are really blessed.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. And then you also did it was a promote. I'm guessing this is for St. Jude's also, with the donut,
Yes.
Krispy Kreme donut.
We actually have that drive going on right now.
It's still going on.
It's still going on.
Please tell people more about that.
What we're doing is we're basically for $8 you can get a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts. And how that works is we give you a certificate. You can take it to your local Krispy Kreme, and they will basically. You can take it at any time. So when you see that light on, it's okay. You can take the certificate there.
Okay.
And half of the proceeds for that go to who we want it to go to, which in this case is St. Jude.
Okay, so for those of you who made resolutions, but you just, you need that fix, it's for a good cause.
It is. So you can, it's okay to have a cheat dozen.
Or you can donate.
Or you can do it as a gift for a friend.
Yeah, you can. And that friend can just share half of them with you.
Or take them all for his or herself.
Exactly.
So, $8 is a great deal, and it's going to a great cause. So, you can't beat that. So, how can someone get in touch with you if they would like to purchase a certificate?
Well, they can go to our Facebook page, which is Jonesboro, Arkansas, or Jonesboro Alumni, Kappas. They can go to our website. They can call me directly. I don't have an issue with that.
Okay.
They can call me. My cell phone number is 870-340-6798.
All right, give it to them one more time.
870-340-6798.
Okay.
And shout out to Mrs. Farrell. I guess she's babysitting her kids, so I guess she's not grandkids, so I guess she's not able to call in, but I know Mrs. Farrell is listening out there.
Alrighty. And again, we're speaking with Mr. T.R. Hamilton and Mr. Rodney Rice from Kappa Alpha Psi, the Jonesboro alum.
One other thing too, they can actually just go to our PayPal and order them that way, which is Jonesboro AR Alumni at gmail.com.
Jonesboro AR
Alumni at gmail.com, and you can just order the Krispy Kreme directly from there. Just make sure you put your name and phone number so that we can contact you.
Okay.
Or if you just want to make a donation for someone else to get some donuts, that's fine too.
Okay, so I know this was probably chosen on the national level, but maybe you can tell us a little bit more about why St. Jude's, or why this, maybe be important, why it's important to you all to continue supporting St. Jude's.
I think mainly because they deal with children, and so like even with the organization we have, like the I think the undergraduate leadership institute, and so we're really big on helping children.
Okay.
And so whether they're teenagers or they're young girls and boys.
Okay.
And so, and again, I think that kind of goes back to one of our objectives about promoting promoting the welfare, but promoting the health of children. So I think it's just mainly because we value the lives of the health and the welfare of children. So I think that's why it's so important to us.
And just to add to that, for anyone that doesn't know, St. Jude, it takes over $1 million a day to run that facility. They don't charge people, for that. I mean, if a child comes down with cancer or anything like that, they're treated at St. Jude at no cost to the family. And that's all done by donations. So, that was one of the big things to help out St. Jude, because everything there is donated. It's not, they don't, receive money from,
no federal funding.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
So,
nothing from insurance. It's just from, generous donations from people throughout the country and throughout the world.
So, I mean, if any parent has ever, I pray that no parent ever has to deal with their child suffering from some type of disease like that. But, St. Jude, I see a lot of commercials, a lot of ads, and they do a wonderful job helping the parents and families work through whatever the child is dealing with. They make it comfortable. They make them comfortable. They make the transition, their stay at the hospital very comfortable. So please consider participating in this fundraiser, helping them to help St. Jude, helping the Kappas to help St. Jude's. Hopefully your family never has to use their services, but you may know someone who has. So, okay. So we know that you have a information meeting coming up. So can you tell us more, as much as you can, about that?
Basically, the informational meeting is going to be on January 23rd. It's going to be at 7 p.m. It's going to be at New Edition Early Learning Academy at 602 North Church Street. That informational meeting will be held for the alumni as well as the undergrad.
Okay.
We're doing it together. I'm the advisor for Theta Mu chapter, which is our undergrad chapter at Arkansas State University.
Okay.
So it's a lot easier, per se, for me to be at one place than to be at two places at the same time. So, but just some of those things, one of the things that we require to be a member of the alumni chapter is that you have graduated from an institution of higher learning, an accredited institution of higher learning. And for undergrad, you need to have at least 18 hours with a 2.7 GPA.
Okay. Now, once someone has graduated from college, they don't automatically get into the alum. They have to go through the same process as anyone else.
If they're undergrad, is that what you're asking?
Well, I say undergrad. If they graduated from college, they are a member of Kappa's in college, and during the undergrad year, they don't automatically transition into the graduate chapter.
Well, technically you do, along with fees, specific fees that are associated with that. But yeah, technically you do.
Okay. So again, this is January 23rd, and it's going to be at the
New Edition Early Learning Academy.
New Edition Early Learning Academy at 602 North Church Street. Business attire is required.
Definitely.
And if you've ever seen a Kappa man around town, of course they're always dressed to the nine.
Come in there with some Timbs and overalls if you want to.
No.
Bet you won't get in there. Turn around at the door.
At the door.
We do not play that.
But I mean, you need, and not just with Kappa, but with any of the D9, you should take it seriously and dress accordingly because, I guess if I can quote one of the sororities, it is a serious matter. But, but I mean, on a serious note, you should treat it like a job interview.
Yeah,
right. We treat it with the seriousness that it deserves, and that's just not for Kappa, that's for all the organizations. And here is Mrs. Farrell. Good morning, Miss Farrell. How are you, Miss Farrell?
Good morning.
Hey, Miss Farrell.
Good morning, Miss Farrell.
Hello. Good morning to you. Yes.
Good morning.
I was listening. I'm babysitting and listening too. I want to commend you, young man, for doing what you're doing. I grew up in a household with both of my parents, so I was fortunate to have that man role, and it does definitely make a difference in your life. And I'm sure that what you're doing is going to help a lot of people a lot of young men that won't have that. And just keep doing what you're doing, and have a good day, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you as well.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And thank you for the call, Mrs. Farrell. And of course, if you would like to call in, the phone number is 870-277-1080. Once again, the phone number is 870-277-1080. You can also post on our Facebook live streaming. You guys pretty popular today. 800 views so far on Facebook.
Give us a call. We want to talk to you. We want to talk to the world.
Well, folks shy now. They comment on Facebook. They don't. That's too many people old school like Miss Farrell, lately.
Oh, and one thing I want to say real quick to all the newts in the area, if you have not got the information, we will be at Buffalo Wild Wings tonight from 7 to 9, just celebrating. Even if you're not a newt, feel free to stop by just to say hello.
I was going to ask about that. I saw the post on the page, like, can anybody come and get some wings?
Yeah. Come on out. Now, I'm not going to say that the wings are going to be on us, but come get you some wings.
All right. So that'll be tonight at Buffalo Wild Wings from 7 to 9 p.m. I can imagine y'all are going to cut up.
You know it.
Please do not get kicked out of that establishment.
You know what? We've already talked to them, let them know, what to kind of expect. Yeah. So
they might as well just clear the tables and make room for y'all to stroll.
The whole back room, just leave it alone. Don't let anybody in there but us.
Leave the canes at home. Don't tear.
No, they have to come. They have to come. And I just want to shout out to KLEK. They left us. We have a table full of candy canes here. This is awesome. It really is. I like this.
Well, I thought about it, like I said, we had them up on the Christmas tree. It's y'all Founders Day. You all.
Oh, so you gave us leftover candy canes.
They're not expired. They're not expired.
Oh, okay. That's still good. These not the ones from last year that you put in the box on the Christmas tree and you put up.
That beautiful girl Allie J. Shaw took Allie took most of the canes off the tree, so that's kind of what's left that Allie hasn't gotten.
But we left them on the table because we knew y'all were coming.
Well, thank you all for that.
You are tuned to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with Mr. T.R. Hamilton and Mr. Rodney Rice. We've got one more segment, so don't go anywhere. This is KLEK 102.5 FM.
Listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Our Think Wealthy quote of the week comes from Al Colbert, co-founder of Colbert Ball Tax Services in Bessemer, Alabama.
It's very important to save first and put that as a top priority, and to be very disciplined with it, to keep it consistent, or to adjust it the way your business is. You also need to understand how your business works and save based on that business, and kind of roundabout number, at least 10 to 20% or so you should be going registered savings of what you can produce in your business, I think, on it.
Running a business is not just about making money and spending money, it's also about saving money. This is especially important financial advice for business owners who must plan for the ups and downs of cash flows inherent in running many businesses. Having savings in reserve is crucial to surviving when your business hits a rough patch. For more information or for past shows, go to aurn.com. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Blues, barbecue, and comedy. Sounds like a delicious combination, doesn't it? Guess what? You get all three January 27th. KLEK 102.5 FM and the all-new Legends Barbecue Smokehouse presents a night of blues, barbecue, and comedy, featuring Memphis blues legend Daddy Mac Blues Band.
What kind of man do you think I am? I buy you food and the clothes you wear, but still you think that I just don't care. I'm in the mood for slow town. Got a special groove for you.
Also featuring from Memphis, comedian Stephon Smith.
I had one new breast or something. I had to yell at him like, "Hey! You need to stop talking." And this was on the phone, so you know that was bad.
Doors open at 7:30 p.m. Tickets $15 in advance, $25 at the door. Don't wait until the last minute. Get yours at KLEK. Cool Cuts, Legends Barbecue Smokehouse, online at klekfm.org or call 870-277-1080. Blues, live band, barbecue and comedy in one night at Legends Barbecue Smokehouse, 1025 West Johnson Avenue in Jonesboro. Don't be the one that misses out. Get your tickets now. This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
Experience the joy with Bishop Adrian R. Rogers of Fullness of Joy Church, 3307 Ray Street, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401.
From the KLEK Community Calendar, New Life Empowerment Development Centers Incorporated presents free computer classes. The classes cover a variety of topics such as introduction to computers, Microsoft Office, operating systems, the internet, email, social media, and Android and Apple devices. More information is available at 870-933-6462 or 870-277-6462.
Do you like the music you hear on KLEK 102.5 FM? Do you like the educational programming that we provide? Do you like the service we provide to the community? Do you like having a station to finally call your own that represents you? If so, please stop by or call any of our underwriters or sponsors that you hear on KLEK and tell them thank you for their support. The support of our underwriters and sponsors is vital for us to stay on the air, so be sure to let them know that you thank them for their support.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We are joined by Mr. T.R. Hamilton and Mr. Rodney Rice. They are representing the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Today is the Founders Day of Kappa Alpha Psi, so we've been talking with the gentlemen about some of their national and some of their local programs, as well as, I think we left off talking about some membership information.
Yes, they have a information meeting coming up on the 23rd, and so if anyone is interested, Mr. Tier gave the qualifications that you need to meet, well, the criteria rather, and business tire is required. So the flyer is on their website and on Facebook, which is Jonesboro-Arkansas Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. You can find more information about them and what they're doing, and there's a link to their website to give you more information as well. So please go check them out. Get involved, partner with them, you know. Okay. So this last segment, I want to give you guys the opportunity to recap some things that we've gone over and just give your final thoughts on the fraternity and, you know, what you all are doing, and just let people know who you are, what you stand for those that may have joined us later.
Well, as far as letting everybody out there know who we are, I did want to mention some of the members from the chapter who've achieved some things in different fields. We had Dr. Shannon Lewis, who was awarded Principal of the Year for Jonesboro School District. We had Maurice Carthen, who was a Super Bowl champion. He's from
oh, wow.
Dr. Grant, who was actually one of the first 4 families to integrate Arkansas State. And he also recently wrote a book about the circle, which is what it was called, the 4 families.
Oh, wow.
And of course, one of the new buildings on campus is going to be named after one of your fraternity brothers, Dr. Wilbert Gaines.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
And he's also a retired ASU library manager, and he also owns Grant House Publishing. And one of our members, Aaron Hightower, currently serves as the poll mark for the Southwestern Province. We have Tavikio Banks, who's the IT manager at the West Memphis School District. Mr. Cornelius Moore, who was just with us earlier. He's a KIPP Delta Schools educator. We have Kevin Jordan, who's Memphis City Schools educator. We also have Al Crenshaw, who is the owner of Crenshaw Signs.
He's a Kappa. I've met him before. Okay.
And of course, our own T.R. Hamilton here, who's the owner of FICC LLC and also Character Party Arkansas.
And a published author. Go on, Mr. T.R.
So we have, given that achievement is our foundational purpose. One of the great things about Kappa is, we really do achieve in every field of human endeavor. And so, from what from the guys that I just mentioned, whether it's in law or education or business or sports or, any other fields, we always achieve. We always, believe in that principle.
Alrighty, so I know you're fairly young. So where are you now in your life?
Well, I'm currently a graduate student at Arkansas State. Okay. And I'll be graduating this May with my master's degree in mass communications.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Achievement.
We're always looking for volunteers. If you want to get you some broadcast experience.
Hey, I'll volunteer. I don't mind volunteering. I believe in volunteering. I believe in getting the experience. And
it is important in this field. Like I say, if you don't believe me, ask your fraternity brother, Mr. Raymond Sims, about how tough it is to be black and get into this broadcasting field.
Yeah, it's pretty. I heard it's pretty competitive, and but I think that if you're willing to learn and willing to, not always expect a handout, but to to think of what you can give to whatever organization or entity that you want to volunteer for, I think that could very well work out for you in the future, as far as when you're looking for a job or you're looking to really break into the business, such as what KLEK is a part of. My degree would be an emphasis in public relations. Okay. But of course, I've volunteered on campus with ASU TV and Red Wolf Radio, and so I believe in experience. And I guess as far as I do see myself after I graduate being in the Jonesboro area for a few years, because I really want to contribute as much as I can to the chapter. And because right now I'm working as a PR director in the chapter, and so we're really looking to really get the chapter's name out there in the community more, and so I'm very grateful to be a part of that. And I'm doing that along with my line brother Malcolm Miller. Okay. He's currently in Chicago celebrating Founders Day, but but we're both working together to in that area to really improve the brand of the chapter and of the fraternity as a whole.
Okay. We got another Facebook shout out. This is from Walter Alfred Mingo. He says, happy Founders Day, Noops. We got about a minute and a half left, so just any other shout outs that you all want to give, anything else that you want to say before we wrap it up?
Shout out Malcolm Miller. Today is his birthday as well.
All right. Well, happy birthday.
Do y'all have any other shout outs?
Any recaps? Don't forget they're doing the Krispy Kreme donut. It's to help St. Jude's. Mm-hmm. So it's $8 for the certificates. There are multiple ways that you can purchase these certificates. Just go to their Facebook page and then send a message and reach out from there, and you can get in touch with any member from that point. So
I have a question. Are we live on Facebook?
Yes, we are.
Because Cornelius,
I gotta go. I'm not even supposed to be here. I got some baby mama issues.
Well, Cornelius says, "Good job, Noops." And once again, I just want to shout out some members of Kappa Alpha Psi who KLEK would not be possible without Mr. Raymond Sims.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Wilbur Gaines and the late, great Mr. Lyle Lattimore. Please rest in peace, sir. And like I always say, I may be a member of a different fraternity, but I'm definitely grateful for the men of Kappa Alpha Psi for the contributions you all have made in my life and in the life of KLEK. And that's what it's all about with all of the Greeks. I mean, yeah, we have friendly competition amongst ourselves, but all of us in the D9 want to make this place a better place to live for each other. God bless each and every one of you. We'll be back tomorrow. This is KLEK on 2.5 FM. Happy Founders Day to all of the Kappas out there.
thank you for listening to Community Conversations on